and 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
Hey, I'm Willie Nelson, and you're watching HempRock TV.
We don't run, and we don't compromise, we don't quit, we never do.
Howdy, gang. I am MSgt Tony Vance, the voice of Freedom's Voice. Tonight, let's talk about the Open Skies Treaty. In case you don't know, the Open Skies Treaty is a treaty of 34 countries with the agreement that if I choose to fly over your country to do data collection or to see what you're up to, I can do that. But when I do, I have to share all the data that I collect with all the other members of the treaty. Now, this is a good treaty. This allows us to keep an eye on other countries to see what they're up to. It's seeing as one of the members of the treaty, the Russians, are one of the countries that is infringing on other countries' borders and causing trouble and whatnot. It's probably a good idea to keep an eye on them. And through this treaty, we're able to do that. Now, for some reason unexplained, President Trump has decided to withdraw us from this treaty. Not only is he withdrawing us from the treaty, but the 2 planes that are specifically outfitted to do the flights that we do in keeping an eye on the Russians are being scrapped so that they can't be used again. So not only is Donald pulling us out of the treaty, but he's destroying the means by which we accomplished the flights that are called for in the treaty. This makes no sense. You have an opportunity to keep an eye on your enemy or frenemy or whatever you want to call it, and you give that ability away. Why would you do that? A treaty like this prevents wars. It alerts all the other countries when one country is building up forces on the border or whatever. Why would you withdraw from such a treaty? Why would you stick a stick in your eye so you couldn't see what the heck was going on? Donald Trump has done that to our security. Now, some people think that the reason he did this is to give Joe Biden a hard time, because you know he's going to jump right back into this treaty. So that's the reason for scrapping the planes right away, because he'll have a hard time replacing them planes to be able to even go up and be able to do those flights. So, is Trump doing it to pay back a debt to somebody? As they say, all roads lead to Russia. Or is he doing it because he's a sore loser and he's trying to give Joe Biden a hard time? Well, his wish to give Joe Biden a hard time is putting a big hole in our security and making us less safe. Not only that, but Trump has appointed a bunch of these low-level flunkies to positions in the Pentagon. And they are trying to keep the Biden transition team from having any kind of conversations with our security services. That blows a hole in our security. Why is Trump doing this? Is he doing it to give Joe a hard time, or is he paying off a debt to somebody who they get all their financing from, as one of his sons said? What is the matter with these people? they brought a lawsuit. Now, it's bad enough they brought a lawsuit saying that all the votes in these 6 states are invalid and the electors should be ordered to vote for Donald Trump with no basis or evidence or anything like that. That's bad enough. But what's even worse is that lawsuit brought from Texas has 20 attorneys general from 20 different states around the country signed on to it. And not only that, but 126 House members are signed on to it too. And every one of those people have broken their vow to protect and defend the Constitution. They are trying to strike a blow to destroy democracy, because if that lawsuit went forward, and it's not gonna, but had it gone forward, that would be the end of our democracy, because we, the people, don't appoint our leaders anymore. The court does. Or some fat butthead with enough lawyers does. These last elections were the most legitimate we've had ever. There's no reason to overturn it. None whatsoever. But if you support overturning it, you support the end of our democracy. You support not allowing the people to pick who they want as leader, but somebody else should do it. The court should do it. That's about as un-American as you can get. Now, we buzzed through it this time, but I think we should have an account. There needs to be some kind of accounting as the damage that these people are doing on their way out the door. It's sedition if it's nothing more. To weaken the United States government in the face of its enemies. And if that don't get you riled up, then you ain't been paying attention. One other thing before we go. I have been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Big surprise. Get smacked upside the head, bam, with your own mortality. Had a routine CAT scan. They come back and said there's a mass on your pancreas. So we're going to do whatever the doctors tell us. At the same time, we're going to do a 90-day protocol of Rick Simpson oil and keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. We'll keep you posted on what's happening. Wish me luck. That's it for this time. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and the Willie Nelson Teapot Party and I endorse Veterans for Medical Cannabis Access.
Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.